All right, well, my presence has been required, so as always, I will deliver. No Forex update video today, as I've just done it all myself earlier, and I wasn't in the location to record. But I will do a crypto one, as I feel like the volatile moves may have spooked out a few people. But there is honestly nothing that we have not prepared for. Um, yeah, it's pretty much business as usual, guys. So we've come down. Now it's going to be interesting to see how we move because we have actually swept very, very extreme liquidity. So maybe we get a temporary bounce just because we have grabbed extreme liquidity from this second tap. But this is in no way, shape, or form a model that I would ever look to long just because of how fast and aggressive we have moved down. So get that down pat, guys. We're not bouncing just yet. Yes, we might see some temporary bounces, but expect lower overall. We've also created quite a bit more of supply from our big and scary drop, and we've even created overlapping supply, which obviously has all been mitigated, as you can see. Boom. Yeah, we've obviously created some demand in the meantime, but it's very low time frame, and we're kind of bouncing between demand and supply. Yeah, overall my thesis is still I expect crypto and Bitcoin to go lower. We do have some low time frame here. Let me get some water real quick. Boom. All right. So if we look on the 1 minute, we very much can use this as valid demand. So this demand created here kind of shows me that temporarily we might actually bounce. But there's just so much preventing price from going higher. So just be a little realistic and look at the overall market. Like we have such a high and powerful 3-day order block right here, which is bound to get mitigated. So there's just no reason for us to randomly just do this. Like this just does not look realistic. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, obviously then again, nothing in the markets is ever realistic, so you can think about that. But yeah, I'm not looking to long. I don't expect Bitcoin to go high, at least in the short term. I think we might get a bounce up into this supply. We might tap into that 63, maybe 64K mark for this refined POI. And then I think we're just going to continue going lower. And then maybe, if we're lucky, we might see some accumulations in here, which we can then long. So yeah, that's still still the plan for Bitcoin, which obviously means for alts, I'm still looking for distributions. Very, very simple. I'm looking for distributions. We can use USDT dominance to validate this. Obviously, this accumulation completed itself a while back, but now how are we shaping up? Boom. Boom. Hey, I didn't delete this. Yeah, and so far we're still bullish on USDT dominance. We've even like borderline frontman this demand. Oh, like borderline, ever so slightly. Yeah. kind of has been mitigated on the lower time frame, but as I've done before, we can always mark the spot that showcases where the remainder of the inefficiency lies, which is right here. So yeah, contextually speaking, nothing has changed for the last week or so. Yes, we've had temporary moves to bullish, like maybe on the hourly, sometimes even on the 2-hour, with Bitcoin and USDT dominance. But overall, we have been bearish, and we have just continued this downtrend across most time frames. So yeah, the low and the high time frames are bullish for USDT dominance. The low and the high time frames are bearish for Bitcoin. So like our hourly high is right here. So price can go as far as here to mitigate it and wick this supply and still maintain an hourly downtrend. So there is a lot of room for Bitcoin to go high locally and then just continue its downtrend. Yeah. And this high might, yeah, it's still valid in higher time frames as well. So this is valid 6 hour. Okay, no, it's not valid. Sorry, because we only have one bearish candle following. This is a valid 4-hour market structure high. So yeah, we're allowed to go as high as this wicket and still be within a 1 to 4 hour downtrend. Yeah, so given we now know this, we know what to expect. This is kind of what I'm expecting. Boom. 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 Maybe boom. That's sort of the plan here. We mitigate this 50, 57, 56, 55k mark, and then we can potentially reverse here, but only if we get the right movements. But for now, I don't think we're not going to be reversing now. That's for sure. All right, ETH. We'll quickly circle through these pairs. I got stopped out of this ETH short. Expectational order flow was absolutely spot on, but the entry was slightly off, and yeah, price stopped me out and then continued the downtrend. So we no longer are interested with this. I'm only going to be looking for distribution, so there's nothing really that's of interest to me at the moment in terms of how price moves. So same thing, got stopped out here. Expectational order flow once again was spot on. Slightly mistimed entry. I entered with demand below. We got a perfect bounce. Came back up, mitigated, refined supply. That's yeah. That's an easy one. That's an easy one to journal. I know exactly where I went wrong and what I should have done instead. But yeah, for now, we're going quite a bit lower in for Sol. Probably going to run through this demand. We have some demand here, which I'm not going to pay that much importance to, but we'll see what price does. Doge, similar story. Demand below, we'll see how we bounce, if we bounce. Supply here has been mitigated. Litecoin, lo and behold, yeah. So a lot of this is just going to be us just charting up all these demand POIs. Okay, cake. Cake's nicely mitigated this. Although, yeah, we obviously expect lower. Still This accumulation model is still sort of at play. So we'll see. We'll see what price does. I'm not too interested at the moment. Any local accumulations there, just not in the right POI for an accumulation. Yeah, same thing. Maybe we can get an accumulation here on Sui. That's actually a really, really nice POI, which I do like. I like it quite a bit, and even the extreme liquidity here is perfect. So this could be a potential counter context setup. We'll see what price does. I allow this. Put it this way, I allow this Sui counter context move. We'll move this to the top. BNB. Not too interested at the moment. Yeah, not too interested. Like, there is a range here. We have swept the naked low. Goes to show how nice targets naked lows are. From an accumulative perspective, there's just too much supply. I'm not a fan of this at the moment. Also knowing we'll chart up just in case, as I've done many times before, but just know the context at play is very bearish across alts at the moment. Hype. We're going lower. We have some demand below, similar to what we had on the other pairs. Okay, Fartcoin. Yeah, not a whole lot. I'm expecting this demand to get taken out. Maybe here we might get some. We could actually get a semi-decent extended model here. Technically speaking, we're in a confirmed distribution. And from an extended tap perspective, it's kind of that's my only extreme liquidity, which is also supply. But I'd rather much use this as a liquidity POI. Yeah. This might be pushing in terms of time duration, but we'll see. I just want to check that I haven't missed anything like that for the other ranges. Yeah, it's low time frame anyway. Like, we do obviously expect lower, but it is low time frame. Okay. Virtual is going lower, has ran through demand. Always wonder why it sometimes doesn't take the demand I highlighted, but who knows? Yeah, this is long gone. Up until a certain point, there was some nice liquidity above. There still is, but lower is the yeah. We're going lower. We're going a whole lot lower. 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 We're going lower. We're going lower. We're going lower. Aave. Well, this accumulation. No, it didn't. Sorry, I jumped the gun very much there. Yeah, no, nothing here. Well, Aave's doing its own thing by the looks of it. Definitely look for a distribution here on Aave. Will we get it? Who knows? This is not a confirmed range just yet, but I'm just going to sort of like anticipate that we're most likely going to distribute. Whether we do it correctly or we just dump, who knows? But yeah, definitely not a valid range for now. So I'm kind of only going to move this up the ranks if we get the move up here to confirm the range. Boom. XLM lower with mitigated demand here, but there is a lot more demand below. Beautiful accumulation this was, if anyone caught it. Yeah, nothing for XLM that interests me. XMR, no, nothing. We're going to continue going lower here. Render's going lower. I would not be looking to accumulate this. Not at all. If anything, I might look at accumulating this. As there's probably some demand in here. Or maybe there isn't. That's a possibility. It's a great possibility. Oh, yeah. Could that be it? Have we sniped a demand POI? Not really. Yeah, not really. It's just random. Nah, not even. And in fact, there's actually quite a bit of liquidity here, so just be mindful of that. Sorry, there's like a little fly somewhere. I was trying to grab it. Okay, where are we? Where is render? Yes, there's nothing here but liquidity, essentially. So we'll see if we are... Yeah, I don't think we're gonna accumulate here. I feel like we're just gonna keep going lower. We will see what price decides to do. Yeah, and you got supply around EQ. It's just not nice, isn't it? It's just not nice. Okay, Tau. Approaching demand, but we're gonna go lower. No signs of distributions at the moment, though. We do have a little 1 hour OBIF there on Tau. Boom. Okay, Link ran through demand. Where are we in terms of this, where this price action is? Okay. I feel like we're going lower on Link, just an FYI. We're gonna hit this demand. Sooner rather than later, I believe. Yeah, it's quite nice below there. Not a whole lot more I'm interested in. Link. These alerts are kind of useless. Same thing, this is just showing a pullback in, and probably gonna continue going into this very high time frame down. I like Pepe's gone for me. The only reason I still have this charted is because I'm looking for continuous distribution, but I think this level could be the yeah, you can't really go much lower than this. You just can't. You can go up to like here. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Like, just look at WIF, guys. It looks terrible. Absolutely terrible. We've somehow mitigated this demand nicely, but we're just going to go lower. No sign of distributions, though, unfortunately. Asta, I have no idea what to expect with this chart, to be completely honest. Okay, we're front-running demand so far, but I expect lower into the demand, just no sign of distributions at the moment. Pump fun. No sign of distributions as well. Swept this beautifully as we predicted. Quant. Nothing. XRP, nothing. Bitcoin Cash, not a whole lot. And then Trump, nothing. So yeah, context has remained the exact same. The only thing I'm looking for is a counter context move, ironically, for Sui. Other than that, I'm just looking for any sort of distributions that might align with Bitcoin's bearish order flow and USDT's bullish order flow. USDT dominance is bullish order flow. So other than that, yeah, just be patient, guys. We'll monitor. Yeah, definitely monitor Bitcoin. It'll be very interesting to see how we approach this 1 to 4 hour market structure high. And other than that, yeah, as I've said, my expectations are a slight pullback because we have wicked, fail to break the 4 hour low, and then continue lower into this 3-day OBIF, and then maybe here we get a better rejection. So we'll see what happens, but don't rush to long anything in an altcoin just yet, especially for longer term. Stay away from long-term altcoin plays. Stay far away from it. So yeah, that is it for today. I will keep you all posted, and tomorrow hopefully we'll do a Forex video. So yeah, I will see you soon. Peace.